Okay.
Josh Bramer here with this week's Regal Rundown. Today we have another great episode. UMC volleyball head coach Lee Anderson and football star Nick Exposito join us today. Coach.
How you doing, Josh?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
So, you're in your 7th season here as head coach. What changes have you seen in the program in your 7th-year period?
You know, I think the biggest change we've made over the last 7 years is the level of athlete we've recruited. You know, we're bringing in top-notch student athletes who have played at a really high level throughout their career and are great in the classroom. And when you bring in top-level athletes, it allows you to compete a little bit better against some of the top teams in the country. So I think that's probably been the biggest change we've made. You know, we've made some tactical changes over the last 3 or 4 years, but I think bringing in better overall student athletes has really been a positive for us.
That's good. So the UMC volleyball team is off to a 5-3 start. What are your thoughts of the preseason so far?
You know, our non-conference season was pretty good. We played, out of the 8 teams we played, I thought 7 of them were NSIC level opponents. You know, to go 5-3 overall, it was a little below what our hopes were, what our goals were, but we played some really good volleyball, especially last weekend. You know, we played a really good Michigan Tech team, beat them 3-0, who beat a couple teams in our conference. So to get some of those performances out of the way early is great because it's going to set us up for a really tough conference schedule.
So you have actually had a couple of players set milestones here at UMC during your time. Chelsea Wiesner just, I think, set the all-time Stig match, or Digs. What is it as a coach seeing how one of your players that you coached for 4 years get to that milestone?
It's pretty cool, actually. It's funny with Chelsea setting the all-time Digs record. I was also the coach of Jacqueline, who previously set the all-time Digs record. So we've had back-to-back liberos who started for 4 years, set the all-time Digs mark, and it makes me proud to see our players develop and really play well throughout their careers and set some of those milestones. You know, to be the all-time Digs leader in our program's history and still have, you know, 3/4 of our season to play is a lot of fun. So we'll see how far she goes.
That's good. So you're originally from Ontario, correct? And you coached Ontario, Michigan, West Virginia, and then you came to UMC in 2007. What struck your fancy about coming to UMC?
Yeah, I've kind of been all over the country and you know, over 2 countries. It's, you know, coming here, I think the biggest attraction initially was the conference. Yeah. You know, the NSIC is the top volleyball conference in the nation, and that's something as a coach you always want to coach and play against the best in the country. Yeah. So I think that was a really big draw to increase the level that we had to coach at. You know, we love Crookston. Both Heather and I love to be here. We love our school, and all we see is positives when it comes to UMC and when it comes to the town of Crookston itself. And I think that really shows with how we recruit our kids. You know, we want to be here, we want to stay here, and we want to provide stability for our program. And I think that was something, I think that caught us off guard a little bit. I don't know if we were, initially when we got here, we were thinking that we would stay here as long as we have, and now we don't want to leave. So we really enjoy the community and the school itself.
So a couple more questions. You guys start your season off this Thursday against the UMD Bulldogs. What do you think your team needs to do to prepare for that, taking on the #1 team in the nation?
Yeah, they just got ranked #1 in the country, which is great for them. I know their coach just had his 300th career win at Duluth. You know, they're big, they're athletic, they're the same as they've always been. They're really, really good. We're just starting the preparation part now. I'm actually, once we're done here, going to go write my scouting report. So, you know, they hit the ball hard, they block well, they play good defense. They're just one of those teams that's really good all the way around. You know, so we're going to have a great performance. You know, our process is going to have to be fantastic. When our process is good, I think we can compete with anyone. And we're going to have to make sure our process is better than good. It's going to have to be perfect for us to be in the game. And, you know, I think our kids have high expectations. We have high expectations. So hopefully we'll do a good job on Thursday.
That's good. And then, so you guys, this weekend you have a home opener against St. Cloud Huskies, another tough team. What are you guys preparing for them after the Bulldogs? Yeah,
you know, St. Cloud's had a good start. I think they're 7-2 or 6-2 or something along those lines. They've had a pretty good start to their season. You know, they're always dynamic and athletic. You know, hopefully we won't be too nervous playing in front of our home crowd for the first time. You know, especially with our 7 freshmen. it can be a little overwhelming when they have, all their friends from the dorms and whatnot here, and parents. A lot of the girls haven't seen their parents in, 4 weeks. So hopefully we'll be able to again just focus on our process and what we need to do technically and tactically to be successful.
Yeah. Well, good luck this Thursday.
Thanks, Josh.
Good luck this weekend.
Okay.
Have a good day. That was Coach Lee Anderson of the UMC volleyball. Next, football star Nick Exposito. That's a name I had to practice a lot. Nick, thanks for being on the show.
No problem.
So this is your first year here at UMC. You transferred from Bluefield College in Virginia. How is it here? How is it coming to UMC?
It's a different opportunity. Coming from Bluefield, it was a small liberal arts college. There's about 565 kids there, and it was a small town. All the coaches were leaving, so I decided to leave. And my buddy Khalil Wilson, plays defensive back, red shirt here. He was like, dude, check out this school, and did my research, and it seemed like a good opportunity to come out here.
That's good. That's good. So you've seen actually quite a few plays on the field. How is it playing in the NAIA and then coming to play NCAA Division II?
Well, NAIA ball was, the tempo was a lot faster from high school ball, but coming to NCAA Division II ball, the players are a lot faster, a lot more physical, and it's just, it's a tougher time on the field. But, progressing through it, it's getting a little easier as the time goes on.
So this past Saturday, you guys went and played Minnesota State. How is it coming and playing Minnesota State and then compared Mankato against the home opener the week before, putting up 26 against Mankato and putting up 0 against
Well, we improved. We improved a lot, and it was just a drastic increase in what we did. Coach Case, the tight end coach, doesn't expect us to get 100% better every day. He just expects us to get 5% every day, 5% better every day, in which we did. And we improved a lot. We showed the number 2 team in the nation that we can move the ball. Yeah. And that should show everybody else in our division and everybody else we play that we can move the ball efficiently.
That's good. That's good. What's your major?
It's business marketing.
What do you plan on doing and possibly want to get into with that?
I've been actually, being a sophomore, kind of going back and forth between changing majors. So
not quite sure what you want to do.
Not yet, but I mean, if I wouldn't do that, just do marketing for major companies and become a manager of a marketing company, but also be, consider becoming a teacher. Being a PE teacher. You get to show up in sweats every day.
Exactly.
Get summer off.
That's the dream right there. Yeah. Showing up to work in sweats.
It is.
Well, Nick, thanks for being on Regal's Rundown today. Come back this weekend.
Thank you.
I'm Josh Bramer for this week's Regal's Rundown. Make sure you tune in next week for another great show.